6:30. I'd like to call the meeting to order with the pledge of allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like a motion on the minutes of the last meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve. I'll second.
Motion has been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's passed. Any correspondence? The first item on here is the Erie Sports Center subdivision plan, which was tabled from the November 10th meeting regarding certain issues with accessibility of ADA parking. Yes, sir.
Good evening. Again, Justin Cree with Verdantic, here representing the project today. We discussed this in length, pretty in-depth last meeting, but here to provide some updates on some of the items that we wanted to see addressed, or the board wanted to see addressed. So to start out, looking at this plan, basically the first major change was in the bottom center, stormwater easement boundary table was added. So those are the E1 through E7 callouts. That corresponds with the new easement location, which is up off of Oliver Road near the entrance. It's kind of a boat-shaped looking.
Justin Crusoe.
Oh yeah, sorry, I always forget about the laser pointer here. So right here is the stormwater easement, and basically the premise behind that is all of this current tax IDs, stormwater management, is located in this underground system under the parking lot here. So in order to keep it open and basically utilize it, the new parcel which we're proposing here needs this easement to basically utilize and access that stormwater area. So this is the table that I was referencing at the start. This describes the meets and bounds. And then in addition to that, I believe it was note 6 here was added, which basically describes what I tried to explain verbally, which is, this property here, which we're proposing, has the ability to utilize this. Should this property be developed further, new stormwater management would need to be developed for any further developments. So that's, again, that's note 6 down here. So that was the first major change. Added clarification with a couple call-outs here, since there's two easements. This is the access easement, which was existing from the condo agreement, which basically provides EMS and safety route through the property. And again, this is the new stormwater easement area that was added to the plan. Are we able to jump to page 3? Page 3, not a whole lot of changes as far as plan presentation. One of the things we talked about was ADA parking in this area. And basically where it ended up was, since this is all proposed to be one continuous property, the ADA parking should actually be located as close to the entrances as possible, which is what we've provided here with these 4 stalls and then these additional 2 stalls. We also got confirmation from BIU. I don't know if you were able to get a letter. Tammy was working on possibly getting something in writing from them, but we did have a discussion with them, and this was also BIU's preference with locating the ADA stalls as close as possible. Now, with the change that was made was this initially in the plan presented last month was also ADA parking. This is out of compliance due to a slope issue. So in order to make it in compliance, we just basically changed these to regular stalls. So these, as they stand today, could not be utilized for ADA stalls. The other thing that benefited us with code for ADA.gov, 200 stalls were, I think it was 199 were required. We're providing 201 per ADA.gov. When you have 200 parking stalls, you need 6 ADA spots. So that's exactly what we provided. And then we also added, it's kind of hard to tell from this plan, but these kind of white boxes are actual slope labels that represent and show that basically from both of these locations to the front access port here, there is slopes less than 2%, which is what you need to have an accessible route. The last change I'll point out was just these parking notes were added, and that kind of walks through kind of again what I just verbally spoke through with the ADA not being located in this basketball parking lot, the number of stalls, and just the accessibility issues. The last note that was put on there due to the current weather conditions, again, it's kind of hard to see with this yellow line, but you can see the striping here. Obviously, this striping does not exist as it stands today, nor will it exist, should this plan be approved because of the ice and snow on the ground. So added this note here, number 7, that basically states that, as soon as weather permits, these all need to be marked in the field so they can be utilized as parking. And then the last thing I failed to mention, and you can kind of see it in this background arrow image, that there's a lot of storage materials, bleachers, old turf fields, etc. One of the conditions that we're well aware of and we know we need for approval is that this all needs to be cleared. The basketball courts, or the basketball hoops, need removed and basically cut at the base of the bowl so there would not be any obstructions, because as you can see from this layout, we utilize pretty much every square foot of this existing pavement. So if there's a pole sitting here in one of these areas, it's basically going to nix a parking lot or a parking spot, and that'll push us under the recommended or the required number of stalls. So we can't afford any lost stalls. So Troy Bingham, the owner, is aware of this. He knows there is a deadline of Friday to have this site cleared of all debris, material, storage, etc. And I think he's even going to get it plowed. So he knows he needs to do that. I have no control whether he does that or not, but it is also stated on the plan here. Note number 5. Old basketball court to be cleared of existing poles and hoops are to be removed. So those were the changes from the plan last month, and I think now we've kind of met all the requirements and would be happy to field any further questions or concerns the board may have.
I have a question.
Sure.
I understand it can't be painted because it's snowing and it's miserable out. But what about, at least on those handicap spots, having a sign like a lot of places do? They have a sign and a painted, wheelchair in there.
Sure.
Putting a sign at least on them.
Okay.
So that they're delineated. So the other people don't park there. Because other people won't know the difference.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's fair.
Appreciate your efforts and thank you for going through the ADA stuff.
Sure.
Regardless, I understand the situation, but thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is there a chance that you would receive a letter from BIU?
Okay, I can get one from him.
Yeah,
we verbally had him on conference call, and he confirmed with myself, Justin, and Matt, that you don't need an ADA on that back parking lot. But I asked them, should I get a letter?
I think that in fact, I think that approval would have to be contingent upon that. I mean, just, so, because it's just, basically words. Without a letter from them, it gives us something to hang our hat on, and the township something to hang their hat on. That's really what we're all about here, so.
Yeah, and we're definitely pushing for that. Understand the liability with the verbal, agreement. So definitely getting something in writing is
And then there'll be an inspection prior to because this is gonna go before the supervisors, right? Next Monday.
Correct.
So there'll be an inspection of the
For the
basketball.
supervisors meeting.
Yeah,
Yeah, we had, discussed having Matt perform an inspection Friday. You know, to basically make sure that all of these items that we discussed today are being, you know, we're actually taken care of before the meeting Monday.
Can I get a motion on the Erie Sports Center plan?
I'll make a motion to approve contingent on the letter requested by my colleague here.
In the inspection.
And the inspection, correct, thank you.
I'll second.
Okay. Then opposed and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? The ayes have it. We'll next move to the replot of lands for William and Carol Chase, 9210 Shunpike Road.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I guess I'm just here basically for final approval for you all on planning, for the replot and the variance that I had done and, to go from the township's 4-to-1 to 9-to-1 ratio.
Enter your name, please.
James Chase.
Thank you. Yeah, it seems fairly cut and dry with, it's all relatives property,
Yeah,
and
correct,
the zoning board has approved
correct.
the change, and,
I don't see anything.
any further questions?
Very complicated matter.
Pardon me?
Very complicated matter.
Yeah,
Bring the hard ones, yeah.
yeah, when you get a good one, like, you know, when you get an easy one like this,
See?
you know, it's.
That's what I try to do. Bring an easy one.
I'll make a motion to approve as presented.
I'll second it.
Motion's been presented and seconded. Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? And thank you very much.
Thank you all.
Anything on the comprehensive plan implementation?
I have nothing.
I have nothing tonight either. Any other business? Any public comment? No further matters? Can I have a motion?
I move we adjourn the meeting.
Second.
Conditions been presented and second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Meeting's adjourned.